violence, and the parliament, Mahama Ayariga, and Samuel Abujinapo, Abusafo, Panikoshe, Mahama Ayariga, outflow Samuel Abujinapo, Nekofa Bani say, presidential jet, Mahama Ayariga say, Abujinapo Achantro. Enya izikura mbe boom at the amount. Shano se pampa sumdeni. Click subscribe button and see a notification icon. What turning on? Video ni buy on sa ebeka. Who show you now? Be like no comment no share. Amobisu and be ashe. And then on the floor of parliament, and I say parliament, and a minority and a majority at the boom on the 2026 budget debate na ekosono. Samuel Abujinapo sorry no say on TS say Ghana ho chire wumi. NDC aban spend $1.2 billion on presidential jet for fraud. Ona Mahama Ayariga no sorry no say Debbie Cratch down to na ucha no. And to na ucha ko school one about too much budget na ready no. E we say yes spending $1.2 billion in 4 years to return the entire army, not the presidential jet. E to ko school one bomb. Sansem no anya Abujinapo ede. Abusafo mo ne nyifu video no pa. You be na Mahama Ayariga sa kasa bi me de beba.
The government, the speaker, in spite of all these problems, the government wants to spend 1.2 billion United States dollars to purchase presidential debt. To purchase presidential debt. 1.2 billion Ghana cedis to purchase presidential debt. Mr. Speaker, I'm talking about 1.2 billion United States dollars to purchase presidential debt. When you cannot pay nurses, when you cannot pay teachers, when you cannot buy farm produce, when you cannot recruit workers. Mr. Speaker, let me conclude. President Mahama taught us and reminded the country that President Akufo-Addo should take charge. He should not engage in blame game. That is responsible for resolving the problems of this country. President Mahama should take charge. Mr. Speaker, should take charge, and this minority, this MPP minority,
yes,
this MPP minority, this mighty minority, we are saying so far so not well, so far so not good, so far so much unemployment and suffering. That is what this 2026 budget is offering the Ghanaian people: suffering and unemployment. I thank you, Mr.
Majority
Speaker.
Leader, you have the floor. You have the floor. Yes, Majority Leader. Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we agreed from the onset. To allow free flow of debate, and we're all committed to that. But then we caution that we should be accurate in our statistics and our figures. Mr. Speaker, he said that in this budget, 1.2 billion has been allocated to buy a presidential jet. Mr. Speaker, he should just show us which line item contained in the budget has an allocation or a proposal of $1.2 billion for the purchase of a presidential jet. Mr. Speaker, it is important. This is a House of Records. Otherwise, you have to expunge this from the records of this House. Because nowhere in this budget is $1.2 billion allocated for the purchase of a presidential jet. $1.2 billion. How much is Air Force One? Air Force One, how much does it cost? How much does Air Force One cost? For us to allocate $1.2 billion for a presidential jet. Mr. Speaker, he should show us. He should show us $1.2 billion United States dollars for a presidential jet. I want to see that.
Yes, honorable member.
Mr.
First,
Speaker,
mention the page so that everybody can be with you.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. And Mr. Speaker, let me thank you for the opportunity to respond to the Honorable Majority Leader and to answer his inquiry. Mr. Speaker, may I refer the House to page 184 of the budget statement. Mr. Speaker, and at page 184 of the budget statement, you will see retooling of the Air Force. Mr. Speaker, and retooling of the Air Force, you will see CAPEX. Mr. Speaker, CAPEX meaning capital expenditure. Mr. Speaker, capital expenditure. And Mr. Speaker, I referred only to the 2 presidential jets, which I referred to the 2 presidential jets, which are. But Mr. Speaker, if you have the budget there, please, if you have the budget with you, you will see. Mr. Speaker, if you have the budget at page 184, you will see at CAPEX that what is actually being budgeted for the retooling of the Ghana Armed Forces is Ghana Air Force, Mr. Speaker, is 2.5 billion. 2.5 billion.
Is it dollars or cedis?
2.5 billion Ghana cedis. Hold on. Mr. Speaker, hold on. Mr. Speaker, hold on. Mr. Speaker, hold on. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, 2.5 billion to buy 2 presidential jets. To buy 2 presidential jets. And Mr. Speaker, you will see again at paragraphs 1087 and 1091 of the budget statement, 1091 of the budget statement, that $1.2 billion is being programmed, Mr. Speaker, to buy 2 presidential jets, 4 helicopters.
You are calling another paragraph.
No, Mr. Speaker, no, I'm making a point. And the point I made, Mr. Speaker, I'm making a point. The point I sought to make was that if you have this amount of money, teachers have not been paid, nurses have not been paid, farmers' produce are not being bought, market women are complaining about purchases. There are numerous problems in our country. Why will you spend $1.2 billion to buy 2 presidential jets, 4 helicopters, and 1 ship? That is the point I've made, Mr. Speaker. That's the point.
Honourable members, I think that when the figure is quoted in cedis and you want to quote it from the budget, you have to quote what exactly is in the budget. Ghana cedis is quite different from dollars. Honourable members, because the figure quoted by the former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, he placed on the record dollars. When given the opportunity, he now mentions cedis.
Mr. Speaker, with the greatest of respect, Mr. Speaker, this is a house of record. Mr. Speaker,
yes.
This is a house of record.
Honourable Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, and it's a matter of personal integrity. Let me state my position. Mr. Speaker, I am prepared to be corrected if I'm wrong, but in this case, I'm not wrong. Mr. Speaker, with the greatest respect, this is a matter of personal integrity. Mr. Speaker,
but in your debate, you quoted dollars.
No, but what the dollars is $1.2 billion to buy 2 presidential jets, 4 helicopters, and 1 ship.
Which page of the budget?
That is the point I'm making, and you will find it at paragraph 1087 and 1091 of the budget. Mr. Speaker, what I refer to in the budget itself, Mr. Speaker, what I refer to in the budget itself is a retooling of Ghana Air Force at the CAPEX column, which is the capital expenditure, which is retooling of Ghana Air Force, which is 2.5 billion Ghana cedis,
The 1.2 billion United States dollars is for the purchase of 2 presidential jets, 4 helicopters,
mention which item in the budget.
And in no humility and modesty, I'm a lawyer. I've checked my facts out.
Mention the line item in the budget.
And I know what I'm talking about. It's $1.2 billion.
Yes, Honorable Ayariga. Yes, Honorable Ayariga.
I have it. Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
This is a House of Records. This is a House of Records. And the honorable member who just spoke is a former cabinet minister for lands and natural resources. I need not to lecture him on the value and importance of accuracy. Mr. Speaker, he referred us to page 184, and I have opened page 184 and item 34, Ministry of Defense. Let's go through the items. The third item under Ministry of Defense is retooling of the Air Force. Retooling of the Air Force. And the figure there, CAPEX, is 2,532 million Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I went to primary school in Boku. You may doubt the quality of the schools in Boku, but I cannot imagine which primary school you went, where you were taught that if you convert 2 billion into dollars, you get 1 billion. I don't know which primary school you went to. I went to Boku, a primary school in Boku, and I know that if you use the exchange rate at the Bank of Ghana, what's the figure? 200. You get $260 million. $260 million. How can you say that when you convert 2 billion, you get $1 billion? How can you convert 2 billion Ghana cedis and get $1 billion? What kind of mathematics did you learn in school? Where did you learn mathematics? Which primary school did you attend? How can you convert 2 billion Ghana cedis and get $1.5 billion? In any case, Mr. Speaker, he said the allocation was for a presidential jet. He said a presidential jet. The records will bear us out. The videos are there. You said a presidential jet, $1.2 billion. How much is Air Force One? Air Force One, how much is it? How much is Air Force One? Mr. Speaker, he must withdraw. And it must be expunged from our records.
Honourable members will get to the root of this matter.
This debate has been plagued with lies, inaccuracies, fabricated figures by the minority in order to bolster their argument. We will not accept it. You must be accurate in this debate. I will oppose you.
Order. Honorable Samuel Abdullahi JINAPOR. Now, an issue has been raised about you quoting $1.2 billion Now for presidential jet. Now we are debating the budget. You claimed that the figure is emanating from the budget. The question is, take us to the budget item that indicated $1.2 billion for presidential jets. So take us to the line item in the budget. If we do not have it in the line item in the budget, then do the honorable thing.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and I should particularly thank you for your indulgence, as this matter borders on my personal integrity. Mr. Speaker, if I got it wrong, I will have no difficulty by withdrawing and apologizing and moving on. But Mr. Speaker, let me crave your indulgence. Mr. Speaker, let me crave your indulgence by indicating to my senior brother, the majority leader, that I also went to Fufuso Primary School in the Savannah region. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader asked me a question. He posed a question to me that where did I attend my basic school? Mr. Speaker, I attended my basic school in Fufuso Preparatory Primary School in the Savannah region. Mr. Speaker, when I was in primary school, I sat on the floor and I was in a modest primary school. I know that the majority leader, having attended school in Boko, proceeded to school in Harvard. And he's had very great height. That is commendable, and I salute him for that. Mr. Speaker, like many Ghanaians, I schooled in modest circumstances. Mr. Speaker, I will please, Mr. Speaker, before I proceed, Mr. Speaker, I know you are a man of fairness and justice. I know that. Mr. Speaker, and I know that you will not allow any member of this House, regardless of his status in this House, to disrespect, to denigrate, to demean myself, and by extension, the thousands and millions of Ghanaians who went to school in deprived communities. And Mr. Speaker, before I proceed to answer your question, and with the greatest of respect, Mr. Speaker, with the greatest of respect to you, may I humbly, very humbly, and kindly plead with my senior brother, the majority leader, the leader of this House, the man who leads all of us, and the man who guides all of us, to please kindly do the needful by withdrawing and apologizing to my modest, humble selves and the thousands of Ghanaians for this insult. Before I proceed.
Mahama Ayariga ever responded to Abu Jinapo. Also, Okama Abu Jinapo ati ase say Samuel Abdullah Jinapo say on wanyana say odina temnemum ento no twaye no onye honorable enough na opagana for nyina cho say 1.2 billion no kan no enye for only the presidential jet nemum to retune the entire army and I say Ghana Armed Force inti enye men kan say kura enye presidential jet nkwa busiafo misi ene emu ye de papa Mahama Ayariga alpha Abu Jinapo ho anche no kura.
Mr. Speaker, let's not forget what was the issue. Let's get back to what was really the issue. The honorable member in the debate.
Honorable Samuel Abu Jinapo, I think you have to stop what you are doing.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
What was the issue? In Honorable Jinapor's submissions, in his comments, he said that we were buying a presidential jet for $1.2 billion. He said we're buying a presidential jet for $1.2 billion. That was why I got up. I normally don't interrupt debate. I have a book. I take note of everybody's argument. As I'm sitting, I'm writing. I take note of everybody's argument because I will have an opportunity to respond in the end. But when you throw out a figure out there that we are buying a presidential jet for $1.2 billion, the cameras captured it. We can play it back. The cameras captured it. That was why I got up on my feet and said, no, it's not possible. I even asked you, how much does Air Force One cost? So clearly he was wrong. When you now get up and say that all commitments for the next 4 years for retooling.
Honorable members, I am observing carefully the disorderly conduct.
Mr. Speaker, I was in this chamber sometimes, I think more than a decade before many of you arrived. What you are doing, we've done Westerns. So I can assure you, it won't stop me from making my point. I'm saying that it will not stop me from making the point I want to make today. Even if we will sit here till midnight, my point I will make. And the point is that you lied when you said that we are spending $1.2 billion to buy a presidential jet. You lied. You lied. You lied. You are now trying to correct yourself by saying that all commitments for the next 4 years to retool the Air Force.
Honorable Majority Leader.
To retool the Air Force is $1.2 billion.
Honorable Majority Leader, with all due respect, the statement may not be correct, but the use of the word lied. I will ask that the lie be expunged. Order. I have given my directives, so all should resume their seats. So, Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, if there's nothing in the budget, that says that the government is buying a presidential jet for $1.2 billion, and a member stands and says that the government is buying a presidential jet for $1.2 billion, he has lied. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. What? Okay, so Mr. Speaker, do you want me to say that he was peddling falsehood? It's a lie. So, Mr. Speaker, it's a lie. And when we try to correct that, you now go and then take 4 years commitment for retooling the Air Force, and you now say that, oh, it justifies your earlier misrepresentation. You misrepresented. It's not in the budget. We're discussing 2026. It is possible for us to change the figures in 2027. We can change the figures in 2028, depending on the performance of the economy. So I don't have a problem. I'm not running away from spending $1.2 billion to retool our Air Force. I'm not running away. On the contrary, we in the NDC are very proud that we are able to spend $1.2 billion to retool our Air Force. We are very proud. You run the economy down. You mismanage the economy. You could not even raise money. You could not raise money to support the Air Force. We are confident. We are proud. We are happy that we have the capacity, and in the next 4 years, we will retool the Ghana Air Force and we will invest $1.2 billion United States in the Air Force. We will. We will. In the Air Force. We will. For 4 years. That's a problem. So, Mr. Speaker, I still stand my grounds that when he said that we are purchasing a presidential jet for $1.2 billion United States dollars, it is not in the records, and your decision that it should be struck off the records is right. If you go and tabulate all planned expenditure on retooling the Air Force, not buying a presidential jet, I will oppose. I will lead this house. I will lead this side. And if they don't support me, I will lead whoever is willing to be led to oppose using $1.2 billion of our money to buy a presidential jet. I will oppose it. But Mr. Speaker, I am happy. I am proud. I support the finance minister in the next 4 years, to invest $1.2 billion in retooling our Air Force. I support it.
Yes, former defense minister.
Mr. Speaker.
So when you add beef no ho between Mahama Ayariga and Samuel Abu Jinapor. For the chile a good comment section like in a share emo obinsuna binsho. Oh yeah, what subscribe to channel mami. What turn on the notification icon. You drop video bia on sa ebeka. Hi pampa media me money papi the mamu.